Hey there, welcome back to Limabean Crafting. In today's video, I will be showing you how I made these little pumpkins with things you can find around your home and about $3 worth of Dollar Tree products. So let's get to it. You are going to want to pick up some wired jute cord, decorative nautical rope, natural jute cord in this style, and wooden stems from the Dollar Tree. For our first 3 pumpkins, I will be using some lifeless tennis balls that we had at home. I began by hot gluing some of the decorative nautical rope to itself in a circle until it was a little less than the diameter of a tennis ball. Then I glued the tennis ball to the center of the circle and proceeded to hot glue the rope to the tennis ball around and around until it almost fully covered the ball. The thing I like about using a tennis ball here instead of maybe like a plastic ball that you would get at the Dollar Tree is that the hot glue can stick to the tennis ball and the decorative nautical rope. If you use plastic, you're going to want to glue the rope to itself, but in this case we can just glue directly to the tennis ball and it adheres a little bit better. Next, I made a decorative stem by forming the wired jute cord in a spiral and wrapping it around the wooden stem, twisting the 2 ends so that it was secure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add a leaf to this pumpkin, but I ended up liking the look of just 1 leaf, so I hot glued the leaf to the top along with my wooden stem. There was a little bit of decorative nautical rope remaining, so I thought I would make another pumpkin using this material. I began by cutting off enough of the tennis ball to create a hole about the size of a nickel on opposite ends of the ball. Then I separated the 3 strands of rope and hot glued the strands vertically on my tennis ball, tucking in the ends in the holes that I had cut. I made it so I had 8 strands equally spaced around the ball. With the remaining rope, I separated the strands even more and hot glued these finer strands to the uncovered part of the tennis ball. If I make another one of these in the future, I would probably paint the tennis ball an off-white color first and then glue on the strands of the rope. I finished off the pumpkin by hot gluing the same stem and leaf decoration on top and moved on to the next pumpkin. For my last tennis ball pumpkin, I cut a hole in one side about the size of a quarter and just trimmed off the other side so that it would lay flat. I then painted the pumpkin orange and let it dry. When it was done drying, I tucked a leaf in the hole and inserted a wooden stem. If you cut your hole too small, you might notice that the cut edges pop up after you insert the stem. So try to cut the hole just big enough to easily insert the leaf and stem. This next pumpkin was super easy to make. I just grabbed this jute cord, punched a hole in the plastic, and grabbed some scrap fabric I had lying around. I actually picked up this fabric around last Christmas time from the Dollar Tree. I set the cord on top of the fabric and proceeded to tuck the fabric into the hole of the cord. I trimmed off the excess fabric and stuffed my leaf and wooden stem into the center cavity, and that was it. I love this approach because it doesn't use any hot glue, and when the season is over, I can easily disassemble the pumpkin and use this cord in future crafts if I need it. To assemble my last pumpkin, I took an orange kitchen towel and a toilet paper roll we had lying around and wrapped the toilet paper roll with the towel in a similar manner as my jute cord pumpkin. You can create little pleats by tucking in little amounts of fabric at a time and overlapping your previous tuck as you go. Again, I finished off the pumpkin by inserting a leaf and wooden stem into the cavity, and that was it. This is a simple way to decorate your bathroom and a good way to make sure that you have at least 1 more roll of toilet paper when you run out of all your other rolls. I am really happy with how these little pumpkins turned out, and I hope that you are too. If you are new here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one.